This is our last session of chapter number 5, separation of substances. Already we have learned many methods of separating solids from solids or solids from liquids. Okay. In first session we have learned traditional method that are hand picking, threshing, winnowing and sieving. Correct. In second session we have learned 4 methods of separating solids from liquids, that are sedimentation, decantation, filtration and evaporation. So in this session we are going to learn one another method, but that method involving many methods. Means what? We are going to learn about condensation. But in condensation we are going to do sedimentation, decantation, filtration and evaporation. Means here we are using more than one method of separation. Okay. Then the second point we are going to learn, that is saturated solution. Okay. So that both points, that is condensation and saturated solution, we will learn through some videos. So first we will start our condensation, where we are using more than one method of separation. Okay. So one by one we will do that, and after all these things we will get the separate things, okay, separate substances. So in this condensation we are going to mix salt, then some soil, you can take sand also, and water. Okay. So we are going to make a solution of these 3 things. And these 3 things we have to separate using these methods. Correct? So let's start our experiment. Let's start our experiment of condensation. Okay? So first I will put some soil here. Then salt. As we know that salt is soluble in water because salt dissolves properly in water. So now I will mix that. So salt is now dissolving in water, and after sedimentation the soil is settled downside, so we will get sediment, and then we will separate out solid. Now we will wait for 2 to 3 minutes for sedimentation process. Now you can see sedimentation process as the sediment is settled downside. Can you see? Okay, already salt is dissolved in water, so that we will separate out by using further methods. Now we will do decantation, okay, without disturbing our sediment. As the heavy insoluble solid we are already separate out. Done. So you can see here already I have separated soil. Now we have to separate salt from this water, from this decanted liquid. Okay. The salt is now dissolved in water, but first I will do filtration process. You can see here, if some small particles are in decanted liquid, that also will be separate out by this filtration process. Here the filtered water through the filtration process. Okay, so you can see the difference between the decanted liquid and the filtered liquid. Now in this liquid already the salt is present and we have to separate the salt from this filtered water. Now which method you will use for this? Yes, we will use evaporation method to separate salt from this liquid. So let's start our evaporation method. Already I have transferred the salt solution in this flask and I have kept this for evaporation. Okay. In evaporation what we have learned? We have learned that the water vapors are coming out in the evaporation. Correct. So see this flask where I have kept this flask for heating. You can see the bubbles are coming out. Now what is a condensation? Correct. You can see this kind of experiments. Okay. First we have done sedimentation, then decantation, then filtration, and then this is evaporation. So condensation is a different process where these water vapors are going here through this tube and that collect in this tube. Can you see? You can see here. See, the water vapors are here in the liquid form that are collected in this tube. Means whatever the water vapors are coming from this flask are going upside, okay, and converted into liquid form. Now how this happening? Because the salt solution, okay, the temperature of this salt solution is more and the temperature of outside, means this, okay, is that much less than this salt solution. So what is happening? Whatever the hot water is going upside in this tube, that is cooled down and collected here in this tube in the form of liquid. Means condensation means what? The water vapors are converted into liquid form. Okay, and that process is known as condensation, where we have used many kinds of methods of separation. Now this method or this condensation process required more time. So first we will go towards our theory part and then we will see our result. Okay. Understood condensation process. What we have done? First we have made the solution of salt, soil and water. Correct? We have made the solution of salt, soil and water. Now we have to separate out all these things. First we have separate out soil from sedimentation and decantation process. Correct? Then we have to separate out salt. After filtration we have kept that salt solution for evaporation. So after evaporation we will get the salt at the bottom, okay, and whatever the water vapors are there that collected in that test tube. So what is a condensation? Condensation is also the method of separation. Okay, these four methods are together and that forming condensation? No. Condensation is a separate process, but here for learning the condensation or for separating these things or to learn use of more than one method of separation, okay, we have learned these four methods also. Correct? Sedimentation, decantation, filtration and evaporation. So what is a condensation? When the water vapors are converted into liquid form. Now water vapors mean we can say that it is in gaseous form. When cooling, after providing cool temperature or cooling, that water vapors are converted into liquid form and then that process is known as condensation. In that, okay, the water droplets are collected on windows, on your vehicles in winter season or sometimes in rainy season. Why because of this? Because the temperature inside the vehicles or inside the house is different than the temperature of outside environment. Okay, and that's why that water vapors that present in air converted into liquid form with the process of condensation. Understood? So I hope that you have learned the condensation process where the water vapors are converted into liquid form. Whatever experiment we have put there, okay, or we have done, now we will see the result of that experiment, okay. So come here, okay, see the result of our condensation. We have kept this flask for evaporation, correct, that salt solution. So you can see here, as the heat we have provided, the temperature of this salt solution increases, correct. So you can see at the bottom some amount of salt. Can you see? Okay. So after completion, we will get the salt that already dissolved in that solution and the water vapors that going here that will collect in this tube. Okay. Understood the condensation process? So from these all methods, we have separate salt also, soil also and water also. Understood? So here we have completed the separation methods. Now we will go towards a new point, that is saturated solution. Before we will start about saturated solution, first we will learn these three terms, that are solute, solvent and solution. As we know that salt and sugar are dissolving in water. So salt and sugar are known or the examples of solute. Means the definition of solute is if the substances are dissolving in water, okay, so that are known as solute. Okay, the substances dissolving in water are known as solute, for example salt and sugar. Now about solvent, in which that solutes are dissolving, for example your water. Okay, most of the solutes are dissolved in water and that's why the water is known as universal solvent. Means most of the solutes are dissolved in this water. Okay, so solvent means what? The substance in which solutes are dissolving. And when we are adding the solute and solvent to each other, then we will get solution. Like salt is a solute, water is a solvent, and when we are adding salt and water, then we will get salt solution. Understood? Solute, solvent and solution. Now our main point, that is saturated solution. First we will do one experiment and then we will discuss about these both, that is saturated and unsaturated. So let's start our experiment. Okay, so here I have taken water, empty beaker, salt and glass rod. First I will put some amount of water in this beaker. Now I will take a pinch of salt and I will put here. Now mix that. So you can see here salt is dissolved in water properly. Again I will add some amount of salt. Again start to stir that solution. Now I will add some more amount of salt in this water. Now you can see after stirring, the salt is not dissolving in water. You can see here the salt at the bottom, and this solution is known as saturated solution where the salt is not dissolving in water. Understood the saturated solution? Now go towards our theory part. As we are added more amount of salt in the water, salt is not dissolved in the water. Means what? that solution is known as saturated solution, in which no more salt can be dissolved. Means if you want to dissolve your solute in the solvent, there is a fixed amount of both, means solute and solvent. So understood saturated solution? Okay, saturated solution means a solution in which no more solute can be dissolved. So you can see from this diagram, the salt is there that cannot be dissolved. So it is known as saturated. But we can convert saturated solution into unsaturated solution. Now unsaturated means what? In which solute can be dissolved in more amount. Okay. But how we can convert the saturated solution into unsaturated? By heating. Okay. So let's see that experiment where we can understand saturated solution can be converted into unsaturated by heating. So let's start to see our experiment. Already I have kept the saturated solution for heating. Now I will start to stir. So you can see the changes in the saturated solution, means the salt now start to dissolve in water. Means after heating that salt can be dissolved, means your saturated solution can be converted into unsaturated solution. Okay, see, now you can see salt is now dissolved in water, but only after providing heat to that unsaturated solution, that solute can be dissolved in that solvent. Now can you see the salt? No, we cannot see, as the salt is now dissolved in water. So understood? Now this solution is known as unsaturated solution, where in that solution more amount of salt or solute can be dissolved. Understood? So here we have completed our session and our lesson. Okay. In this lesson we have learned many things, means the separation methods. Some are traditional and some are this, means sedimentation, decantation, filtration and evaporation. Then we have learned about saturated solution, a solution in which no more solute can be dissolved, but after heating we can convert that saturated solution into unsaturated solution. So like that we have completed our lesson. In our PPT session, means our audio session, we will revise all the things through notes. Means from that PPT, from that audio session, you will get your notes and you can write that notes in your notebook in your own words. Still, stay home, stay safe and thank you.